What's happening, everybody? Just wanted to dive in here and do a little impromptu training. Just wanted to hang with you guys. It's been a minute. I've had all the baby stuff going on, as many of you guys know, so I haven't been able to, catch up with a lot of you as much as I would like to. So that's been really fun, by the way. Being a new dad, definitely sick. It's been a blast, really. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I'm live on all these different platforms. But say hello, drop a comment. Let me see if I can see them on this new fancy platform that I'm using right this second. All right, cool. So, what's up? What's up? I am streaming on a couple different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and we're just gonna dive right in because I wanted to do this training because, like I had mentioned, I've been a little bit off kilter with just my regular schedule of things. So I decided I'm going to do more live trainings instead of worrying about creating content, editing it, all separate. Because I do live trainings and then I have a team of people cut it up a lot of times and they edit the videos and send them out. But even just supervising that is a lot because I'm a perfectionist, right? And I always like to make sure the videos that are created from my content are good and meet my standards. So what I decided to do is just do more live trainings with you guys. And this is just an example of that. So big shout out to everyone. What's going on, Edgar? Yeah, glad to be back. Baby stuff has been going great. Like I mentioned, he's super cute. Emily and I are loving it. Let me just check this text over here. Do you want it filming horizontally? Yeah, horizontally on Instagram is fine. All right. So let's get into the topic at hand, which is how to overcome the fear of talking to people about your business. Okay. So I want to focus a little bit on just fear in general when it comes to talking to people, and then also the fear of approaching people when it comes to business, because this is one of the biggest things that I see happening. I've seen it happen firsthand for myself. And then I've seen the transition once you get beyond that. And once you get over that fear of talking to people and you just literally become unleashed. Because I want a lot of you to understand something. One of the things that a lot of people believe is that they believe they're just unmotivated and, they're not doing the work because of, whatever, stories that they have. Some of the stuff can really get, blown out of proportion, in your own mind, right? And you can, start to think like, man, I just can't pull myself to doing the action. I just can't pull myself, to doing it, or I can't push myself to doing it. And I want to share with you a couple of stories that I've had from my coaching students, right? So I've got a group coaching program, and then I have one-on-one students that work with me, for 3 months or 6 months at a time. And I had this story that I want to share with you from one of my one-on-one students. And I help a lot of people in, of course, network marketing when it comes to recruiting, team building, prospecting, all that type of stuff. But I also have clients and students that are not in network marketing. They have different products, and I help them to create their pitches for that and help them to, prospect and get business for whatever it is that they're selling. And so I have this one student of mine who has a different product. It's not network marketing at all. And it's kind of like a coaching business for herself. And so she has a very niche thing that she's doing. So I don't know that I want to go through too much detail on that now. That's not important. But, she had said something to me about feeling a little bit triggered when it comes to approaching people and feeling like she has some fear because, and she thought maybe it was rooted to something that was like more traumatic in her childhood or past relationship stuff, because she shared a story with me about how she saw a bunch of people at a table that would have been perfect prospects, right? They were her perfect avatar for her type of coaching business. And she wanted to go walk up to say something to them, but she couldn't pull herself to do it. And she started to kind of beat herself up a little bit, and started to think, I think it's because, this or that. And she even, went pretty deep with it. And I simply said to her, I said, I think you're looking too deep. And I want to share that with a lot of you because I think a lot of you are looking too deep. One of the biggest reasons, this is what I shared with her. I said, the reason you didn't go up and talk to those people in that scenario is, I know you're thinking it's something really deep and traumatic, but you really got to watch your tongue with that stuff, because if you start to believe that it's a lot bigger deal than it is, then what's going to happen is you're going to feel like you have some like traumatic thing that's going inside you that's preventing you from getting out of your comfort zone. And if you give it that much power, it's only going to grow and it's only going to get harder instead of easier. So I told her, I said, in reality, here's what's actually happening. This is what I believe, right? I said, what would you have said to those people if you had approached them? What was going to be your icebreaker? What were you going to say? And she really didn't have a clear path to go. She said, well, I guess I was going to probably say something like this, but like I'm afraid of being too salesy and to this. And I said, there it is. The reason you didn't approach those people is because you didn't have a clear blueprint on exactly what to say to break the ice. You didn't know how to work that table because there were multiple people sitting at this table, and it was at a restaurant. And I said, so you didn't know what you were going to say, how to captivate their attention, and how to get them involved in the conversation in a way that sounded non-salesy, right? Sounded natural. And she was like, oh, yeah, I guess that's true. And then I gave her a script. I said, what if you just went over there and said, hey, listen, hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, look, don't mean to disturb you. I know you're in the middle of your meal here, but I actually noticed this. And then it was the thing that, would have made, them the perfect candidates for her business. Right. And I said, so I just told her, I said, hey, but I noticed that one of you guys was doing this. And then I thought I'd just ask, blah, blah, blah. And then I gave her entire setup on how to work that table and how to get them involved and talking and excited. And the minute I gave her this full on script that she can now use anytime, anywhere, all of a sudden her confidence went through the roof. And she started to become excited to want to talk to people. And she started to say, man, I can't wait till the next group of people that I run into like this. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And right there, I helped her to realize that, look, it wasn't your trauma. It wasn't this. It wasn't these other stories or this stuff that happened in your childhood. The reason that you are afraid to talk to people and start a conversation where you're going to transition it into business is simply because you don't know what to say. You don't have a clear path. You don't have a confident script that you're excited to use and practice with. And so the reason I say that is I hope to inspire some of you guys, and I hope to get some of you excited to recognize that the reason why so many of you are not talking to more people is because you just don't know what to say. And once you figure out what to say and you start to get smooth with it, it starts to become fun. So you don't actually have a lack of motivation. See, there's two reasons why someone is not where they want to be in their business. You ready for this? This is noteworthy. You're not doing something right, or you're not doing something enough. You're not doing something right, or you're not doing something enough. And a lot of times people think, well, it's just, I'm not doing enough. I'm not talking to enough people. And then the question comes, well, why aren't you doing more? Well, I don't know. I just get in my head. I just do this. Look, you don't have accountability. You don't have confident scripts that you're excited to use. You don't know what to say and how to say it. You're not fully prepared for all the different things that a person could say. You don't have different word tracks and blueprints on where to take the conversation. If you talk to them and they say, oh no, I love my job, you don't know what to say when they give you that response. You don't know how to transition that into your business. If they say, oh yeah, I hate what I do, I'm looking to get out, you don't know how to confidently move that, as easy as it seems, into a smooth transition to talk about your business that doesn't sound salesy, right? I'm just giving you examples. I'm not saying you personally, but if you don't have those different responses teed up and ready to go, then you're going to struggle and you're not going to be very motivated. Because if you talk to more people and you haven't figured out what you're doing wrong, you're just going to compound the amount of rejection you're going to get. And then you're going to get even more discouraged and you're going to go, man, I talked to 100 people and I got all no's, like I did when I first started in network marketing at 21 years old. I talked to 100 people before I got my first yes, right? Over 100 people, right? I had my original list, so I tracked it, right? Now, here's the other thing. What if someone had stopped me after 10 people and said, hey, what are you saying? You got 10 no's in a row. What are you saying? And then I shared with them and they said, oh, no. You're going about this all wrong, kid. Before you mess up the next 90 people, let me give you some other ideas. And that would have been very motivating to me. In fact, that's why I stayed. That's why I stuck through. One of the reasons why I stuck through is because I kept having new information and new scripts and new ideas and approaches to test out. So even though I ran through 100 people, I'd get something new, and all of a sudden I was excited again. I was like, oh yeah, let me try that. Let me try that line. Let me try this. Right. So the reason I say that to you is because it's a lot easier to get scripts and good. Now you got to make sure that the scripts are good. Be careful you get them from, because there's a lot of people out there that they tell you, oh, this will work. This is great. And there are things that work, and there are things that work and make you look good. Let me put it like this. There are things that work and make you look good and feel powerful. And there are things that work, but they make you feel weak and like you're begging. For example, asking for help. I'm not a fan of asking people for help. Hey, man, would you check this out? Hey, do me a favor. Why? That might work on a couple of people. If you call up some friends, say, hey, listen, start with this company. I'm trying to practice some presentations. Would you mind helping me out and being one of my people? That works. I've taught approaches like that in my younger years in the past, and it does help to get you some practice presentations. But what's happening is you're not coming from a position of strength or posture. You're coming from a position of weakness. And then what ends up happening is you have people that they're not looking at joining the company, because they're looking at maybe the product, but they're not looking at joining the company and you. They're not going to be very excited about it, because if they're the type of people that have got the type of pride that they don't like asking for handouts or asking for favors, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, right? If they're just those types of people, I'm one of those people. I don't like necessarily asking for handouts or favors. I like giving favors. I like giving. I don't like asking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I am. I don't want a whole bunch of people owing me favors one day and coming back to me, over the next couple of years. Hey, remember that time I looked at your business to help you out? Now I've got a business. I want you to help me out and look at it. Now I'm like, geez, hey, remember that time that I helped you by looking at your business? I'm moving and I need some extra hands to help move some furniture. Can you swing by the house? You know what I'm saying? I don't want a whole bunch of people that think I owe them something. When in reality, the posture that I have and the posture that I teach through my method, the reverse recruiting method, which I talk all about. I don't know if you're new to following me or not. I've got tons of content on it. Hit me up, DM me, shoot me a message if you want to see some stuff. I got a killer webinar on it, where I go over this reverse recruiting webinar and how to get your prospects to sell themselves to you as if you were the interviewer for their dream job or business. But that's what I like to teach. I want people, when I reach out to them, to be going, yo, thanks for thinking about me. Wow. Well, you just got involved in something. You just laid your eyes on something. You're super excited about it. And, here's what you believe. And like, okay, yeah, dude, I want to take a look. Yeah. Hook me up. That's the energy that I want. Hey, do you think that they've got room for one more? That's what I want my prospects saying to me when I reach out to people. And so when you have scripts and you're using things like that, it becomes exciting, because not only do you know what to say and how to say it, but the things that you're saying are working, and they're putting you in a position of elevated authority and higher posture than your prospects, instead of asking for help and favors. Which, honestly, look, this might be a polarizing thing, but if you're listening to a lot of people that are teaching you stuff like that, people in your company, other trainers are telling you to ask for help. Hey man, we try out this product for like a month. Just do me a favor. If you're listening to a lot of people that are doing that, here's my advice. Get some different approaches. Get some different approaches. Test them out before you quit, right? Before you quit or throw in the towel or get discouraged, because that's a lot of times what happens, right? People go, man, hold on, I'm going to go on my Instagram and check this out. A lot of people, that's exactly what happens. They get let me turn this off. A lot of people, they get really discouraged about their business and building it, because they've been asking for favors and help for so long that they feel really desperate and gross doing that, and then all of a sudden they go, man, I don't know about this thing. And then they quit, but they've never actually tried an approach that has posture that makes them look good. An approach that has people going, yes, man, hey, let me join your team. I'm excited. Holy, can I join your team? Like, is that possible? You can actually do that, guys. This is what I've been teaching for years. It's why I've been number one recruiter in multiple companies, and all this other stuff, which I don't want to talk about me or anything like that. I just want to share with you guys some stories. So I just wanted to say, if you're feeling fear when it comes to talking to people, don't give up. It's normal, right? It's normal if you don't have a blueprint on what to say. It's normal if you haven't had a long track record of success of getting yeses when you approach people, right? It's totally normal. You just have to feel the fear and do it anyway. And consistency and getting some results and doing the activity consistency is going to start to steer that in the other direction. You see, when I go to approach other people, right, my vibration, whether it's a call, a message, whatever it is, my vibration and the state that get in for those moments is just vibing so high. My frequency is just so elevated because I'm not anticipating that it's going to go bad, which is another big part of the problem of why so many encounters do go bad. If you start to feel fear talking to someone and you're scared, here's what happens. You go, oh man, well, I want to go approach that person, but like, what if they say no? What if they're like, get out of my face? What if they're not interested? What if, what if, what if? And you start having all of these negative what ifs. And so that's what you start attracting. You start attracting those negative scenarios because you're going into that scenario. Just think about it. If you were going to approach someone, right? Let's say you've got a crush. Take yourself back in the day when you had crushes. If you don't have one now, right? If you're single or whatever, or take yourself to a time where you were single and you had a crush, especially a long time ago, like in school or something, right? If you were nervous to approach that person, you had sweaty palms, right? And you were like, hey, I was wondering if like you would, be interested in coming to the dance with me, right? If you've got that kind of energy, guess what? You're setting yourself up for failure, aren't you? Because they're going to be like, well, this person doesn't have a lot of confidence. Okay, they must know that I'm out of their league. I'm better than them. Okay, so I should be looking down on this person because they're scared, right? Look at how nervous they are. Their palms are sweating. What's going on? Right? Same thing if you approach someone about business. If you're like, well, what if they do this? What if you end up going to them with that kind of energy? And you may not think you're exuding it, but you are, right? Just like an animal can sense fear, right? You can look at someone and tell, oh, this person's nervous. What are they so nervous about? They trying to pitch me some kind of scam, right? Versus if you're chill, if you're lighthearted, if you're fun, and the what ifs that are going through your brain are what ifs like the ones that go through my brain. I'm like, oh man, look at this group of people over here. All right, what am I going to do to blow them away? What am I going to do to break the ice and make them all laugh? All right, these new people, they're going to get to be my new best friends. Oh, they're going to love me. Oh gosh, okay, what can I say? What out of all the things can I say? This is going to be fun. Let me just go play with this new group of friends that I'm about to make right quick. Right? That's my energy. So what do you think happens? I step into that circle, I step up to that person, and it's just like, boom. What can they possibly say that is going to scare me or turn me off or make me go, run for the hills, with my tail between my legs? Nothing. If they're rude, and and I go to approach them and they're like, excuse me. If it's a person and they're like, not interested. And it's like, not interested in what? I'm sorry. I was just saying, hey, you know, who looks like they've got, who looks like they've got some trauma and stuff they need to deal with in their past, them or me? I'm the friendly person saying what's up. They're the one that's, woo. But really that doesn't really happen, So I just want to inspire some of you, and let you know that you shouldn't be scared to talk with people because nothing bad is really going to happen. It's only positive things because you're either going to have a win where they're excited to hear from you and your opportunity or whatever, or you're going to learn something, right? So that's it. You win or you learn. There's no losing. If you stepped up and you did the thing, congratulations. Pat yourself on the back, right? So just to recap, if you're not talking to people, it's probably just because you don't know what to say. If you want help on knowing what to say, shoot me a DM, shoot me a message. I've got some trainings that you can check out for free. I have an entire course that's a custom training series that's 100% free. Like you can literally pick whichever videos that you want to get that deal with whatever it is that you're struggling with. It's like using AI to answer a couple questions like, okay, what do I want? Training in prospecting, closing, whatever. Okay, cool. I'll grab this one, and this one. And you can literally just like yanking books off of a library shelf. You can yank out specific trainings that are based on whatever it is that you want to get better at. So if you want to learn how to approach influencers online, if you want to learn how to close better, duplicate better, whatever, I have trainings on that for free. Doesn't get any better than free. And I've got plenty of stuff that you can spend money on too, but I also have got some pretty cool stuff for free. So if you'd like a blueprint and you'd like to be better at knowing what to say, shoot me a message, drop a comment here and say, hook me up, and, shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you're seeing this. Right. And I'll give you a link for one of my free trainings. Just tell me what you want to learn more about and I'll hook you up. And just know that fear, anxiety, these things are normal at first, but they're not debilitating things that will haunt you for the rest of your life if you actually just face them. So you can face them, you can conquer them. Let me tell you something. Life is super good when you do. Life is super good when you do. Imagine walking around fearless, not being afraid to talk to anyone, anytime about anything. Like if I see someone driving a nice car and I want to prospect them and I'm at a stoplight, I know how to tell them to roll their window down and how to get them to give me their number before the light turns green. I've done it countless times. Nice car. All right. Yeah, we got to talk. Got your phone on you? Boom. What do you do? Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, cool. Hey, shoot me a text right now. Go ahead and pull out your phone. Shoot me a text. I'm going to give you a call in a minute. Or give me your, I'm going to call you real quick. I'm going to tell you something. I don't have time to tell you this light's going to turn green. Right? Do you know how empowering and freeing that feels to know that you can do that at any time? If you see someone sharp, you want them on your team. You're like, this looks like they would make a great person on my team. Oh, I like how sharp they dress. Okay. All right. I could see this person being on my team in my business. Let me go ahead and pitch them real quick. Let me go see if they're open. And then if they're open, the confidence that you can have of knowing, hey, this person's, if they got the money to join, they're about to be on my team. Telling you can have that confidence, and I want it for you. And I believe in you because I was terrible when I first started. So if I can go from where I was to where I am today, now being someone that coaches some of the top leaders and top performers in the industry, who's been doing that for years, someone who takes people on board and has complete turnaround, change around stories in their businesses. If I can go from doing it for myself and then doing it for other people, then what makes you so special to believe that you'd be the exception to the rule? Try me out. Check out some of my free training. I'll be happy to hook you up and continue plugging into these live trainings I'm going to be doing. If you're not following me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, go ahead and give me a follow, subscribe, turn on your notifications because I'm going to be going live a whole lot more, answering questions, hanging out with you guys, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So thank you, Tina. Thank you, Linnell, Michael, Emily, Edgar. Appreciate you guys for dropping comments on here. Unfortunately, Instagram comments don't show up unless I'm looking, I guess, from my phone. So I don't know if anyone has dropped comments on there. I'll have to check later, but appreciate you guys and stay tuned for more. I'll be doing more of these. If you guys like them, you want me to go live more? Let me know in the comments. Oh, I see you there, Bernie. Kristen, how can I get the free course? Just shoot me a message. As soon as this thing is done, it looks like Chris, it's hard for me to read this on my phone over here, but just shoot me a message, shoot me a DM and just be like, hey, hook me up with your free course or whatever. Just tell me what you want to learn more about and I'll hook you up. All right. I got tons of stuff for you guys. And I'm in a season right now where my heart's really been cracked open more than ever, having a child and just experiencing this life that I've been so blessed to experience. The fact that I can stay home, the fact that my son is in the other room, the fact that Emily doesn't have to work. We live in a beautiful house, on a lake, the beautiful yard, beautiful dog. And the fact that we don't have to worry about things like putting our kid in daycare. We don't have to worry about what school is he going to go to. We'll probably homeschool him or do something where we get a tutor. We'll do something totally next level. We're not just going to, put him in the regular school system. Because it's not like we have to, it's not like we were like, oh, we got to put him back because, we only have so much maternity leave or whatever. It's like, no, like we can be the teachers for our kid. We can have other teachers come in and be the teachers for him. Like we can have him get socialization all day long whenever by putting them in sports and unlimited activities. And to be able to have that kind of freedom and to know that not everyone does, it just fires me up to put more people in this type of position. And, this is just my current position, but there are other people that are in a position where they're going to be retiring soon, where they don't know if they're going to be able to retire. You're watching prices go up for everything. And, you're wondering to yourself, like, dude, how am I going to keep up with this? And I'm here to tell you, if you've got some type of network marketing business opportunity or something, where you could scale that business, make money on autopilot, I can help you. I can help you a ton and I want to. So I just want more people to be able to experience this because this is how I believe life should be lived. I made decisions years ago to do whatever it took to study my ass off and to learn all the secrets and all the tricks and all the, neurolinguistic programming secrets and ideas that I could possibly, fathom and to figure out ways to put them into action, and I did, and it led to me now having this beautiful life that I'm so grateful for. And I just want other people to be able to experience it. So I hope that's you. And if so, I'm going to be doing more free trainings like this. Plug into as many as you can. Catch me, drop comments, share. Let's help the algorithm, push this stuff out so we can touch more people together. All right. Appreciate you. Take care. And don't forget to shoot me a message if you want to stay in touch. God bless, guys.